Hey YouTube, USA Second Amendment here with a belt video for you guys. As you see in front of you, this is a leather belt. This is a custom made, handmade in America leather belt. It's by a company called Gutierrez Leather. I know the owner personally. I'll show you his contact information here in a little bit with his business card, but let's get right into the belt. So first of all, obviously the belt buckle did not come with it. That's my belt buckle. If in case you're wondering, the belt buckle is from Montana Silversmiths. So if you look that up, Montana Silversmiths, you'll be able to find the buckles that they make. Those buckles are awesome, by the way. I know this is not a video on the buckle, but I know I'm going to get questions about it. Montana Silversmiths. All right, right into the belt. So let me bring it up close for you guys. So let me just take you around the belt first. Hold on, let me get that to focus here. Here we go. All right, there you see his stamp. Okay. Just come all the way around. Like I said, this is custom made, so conchos were optional, and I wanted conchos. Actually, he didn't even mention that. He had never made a belt at this point with conchos. And I told him I wanted conchos, and he made it happen, which are awesome. Those conchos really, they're really nice. All right, and then around here to the end, there you see my initials. Obviously the holes, there's 5 holes. Now he's local to me, so he said, and I'm sure he would do this for anybody out there too, you'd have to just ship it back to him if you wanted it done. But basically he did 5 holes. The way he measured it, he sent me a diagram on how to measure and everything, and the measurement was to the middle point. So of course you have 2 tighter and you have 2 looser. And he left room here to do another hole to make it looser, and then obviously you can do another hole over here to make it tighter. So there's a lot of different options, and it'll fit you as you grow or as you expand or as you shrink. The edges are all very nicely done. You guys can see the edges. The back is oiled. Okay, the back is oiled. He said that I can re-oil it as it fades or as it's needed. Up here where the belt buckle attaches, he's got screws. You guys can see that. And actually, and I don't know, well, I'm assuming he did this on purpose. I don't really know the reason or the method behind it, but you see this screw is bigger than this screw. Okay, so you got 2 different size screws, and that might just be because down here you see this tapers off a little bit. Also, this is thinner. I don't know if you guys can tell. Get that to focus. There we go. So right here, this is thinner, obviously. You can see the main belt, thick. And then as it rounds where the belt buckle goes, it gets thinner, thinner, all the way down to the end. Okay? Now, what is this besides just a leather belt? So this is a gun belt. I wear this. I wear a gun every day. And watch this. I can hold it, and look at that. Look at the belt. It holds itself up. It literally holds itself up. Okay? That's great. It's also very thick. I don't know if you guys can tell. This belt, I want to say it's approaching a 1/4 inch thick. It's definitely not a thin belt. It is not your Walmart or JCPenney leather belt. Like I said, it's handmade. I went with basket weave here, as you guys can tell. You got the brown borders. That is brown. It's a very dark brown. But yeah, guys, awesome product. Like I said, handmade by a guy I know personally. Let me show you his business card. There you go. Okay, so there you see his phone number, his website, gutierrezleather.com. Email gutierrezleather@gmail.com. He's also on Instagram. So if you guys are on Instagram, check him out on Instagram. Okay, it's just Gutierrez Leather. And then on the back, There you see. And obviously it doesn't say Gutierrez belt, it says Gutierrez leather. So he didn't actually start out making belts. He actually started, believe it or not, with phone cases. Then from phone cases that evolved into wallets, both like little credit card wallets, just like, you know, small minimalist type wallets, up to bifolds and long wallets, or like cowboy wallets is what I call them. I don't know what the official term is. But look on his website. If you have an idea or you have a question, just email him and ask him. The belt really came about because I was like, hey, can you make a belt? He literally was like, oh, I don't know. I've never made a belt before. This actually ended up being the third belt he'd ever made. The first one he made for himself. The second one, I believe he made for a family member. And then this was the third one that he ever made. And man, it is awesome. You would, if you held this belt in your hands, you would think this guy has been making belts for 10 years. It's awesome. It's the best leather belt I've ever seen, ever held in my hand, bar none, hands down, best leather belt. You cannot buy a belt like this in the store. Just period. You can't. There's no getting around it. If you want a belt of this quality, you got to pay for it. All right. It's not a $20 Walmart belt. Okay. I paid, what did I pay? I paid upwards, I think just under $200 for this belt, somewhere in that ballpark. Now granted, one, I know him, personal friend. Two, I also had Conchos on there, so that added a little extra cost, and so forth and so on. But, talk with him. He'll get you a price. There's no real set price because everything's custom depending on what you want. So basically he figures out the materials, he figures out the time, how much time it's going to take him to make your product, whether it's a wallet or a belt, or I think he's made, I don't know if he's made handbags or not for women or anything like that, but just talk to him. Just email him, ask him questions. Let him know that USA Second Amendment sent you, okay? I don't get any kickback or anything like that. It's just letting him know that my video is getting out there and getting to people if you're interested. But I know a lot of my subscribers are in the gun community, and if you're looking for a leather gun belt, this belt is awesome. It's awesome, guys. That's about all I got to say about it. I really don't know what else to say. If you guys have any questions or comments, put them below in the comment section. If I remember when I upload this video, I will put his website link, Gutierrez Leather, in the description below. If I don't, you just saw it on the screen, so, you know, type it into Google and you'll find it. All right, guys, till next time, you guys stay safe. God bless America.